Welcome everybody to our next edition of BrokerBin Insights, where today we will be talking about how to be a roadshow rock star. My name is Wallace Duke. Our roadshows are a networking event specifically for IT hardware companies to strengthen relationships and meet new contacts. There are 2 full days of up to 30 separate meetings per day, as well as evening receptions for open networking. Our team goes to great lengths to bring new buyers and sellers to this event year after year. Now, why go to a BrokerBin networking event? I go because I need a few days break from my colleague, David Lewis. You should go because we bring hundreds of IT buyers and sellers together to do more business. One of those members is Memory.net, who I'm joined by Mike Johnson. Now, Memory.net has been a member for 9 years. They have 250 other members on BrokerBin who list them as their favorite vendor, and they have gone to every roadshow we have had since they joined the site in 2016. Welcome, Michael. So, Mike, tell us why you attend the BrokerBin events.
Yeah, I mean, I love going to the BrokerBin roadshows. First of all, they're usually in fun, cool cities where there's stuff to do outside of the roadshow. But where else can you go and have 40 meetings scheduled in 2 days? Dedicated meetings where you're sitting down with people that you're going to be able to quickly tell if you can do business with or not. I mean, 40 opportunities plus. That doesn't even count the people you bump into and rub elbows with at the social events. And people are coming from all over the world. Do your homework before you go, and you're talking with people from a dozen different countries that you may not already be doing business in. So it's a lot of bang for your buck. Let's put it that way.
So Memory.net has come to every show since you guys started becoming a member back in 2016, which really shows to your commitment to these types of events. How have these shows made a difference in your business?
Well, when we started going to both of the twice annual road shows, we kind of experienced an unexpected boom or explosion of business in the form of seriously high value customers and vendors relationships. Over time, the relationships that we started at the roadshow have brought new revenue, new buying opportunities that we otherwise wouldn't have known about. I remember we had one gal that we didn't even have an appointment with. She saw our booth. We were a tabletop sponsor, and she stopped by. She saw we were a memory-centric company, and she talked to us for a little bit, and she picked up a card. Nothing happened from that, but like 6 months later, she placed a small order, 6 pieces, 8 pieces, I can't remember, but small. The next road show, she had 3 people that she worked with come by and talk to us, and some occasional sporadic small deals occurred. The next road show, they came by, we had an appointment to sit down and talk. And it blossomed into, over the years, it's blossomed into, this is a Fortune 500 company, by the way. It's a household name. It's blossomed into, we're doing business with these people 2, 3 times monthly. And both ways, buying and selling. It's turned into a really valuable relationship. And it occurred just by mere virtue of the fact that we were a tabletop sponsor. She saw our booth, was interested, and stopped, and it really was really that simple.
Now, when you started in 2016 on BrokerBin, were you doing much international business at that time?
Yeah, we were, but it was limited to a couple of countries. And now, well, because of our web presence, we shipped to over 130 countries, to customers in over 130 countries. But B2B relationships that were born out of attending the BrokerBin roadshows were in probably 1.5, 2 dozen countries with repeat business that we certainly didn't have before attending the BrokerBin roadshows.
That's excellent. So there's always opportunity, no matter where these shows are, you are going to find business in them.
Well, when I send out my invitations, if, for example, I realize, what, Germany's got the strongest economy in Europe, we're doing business with one B2B there. You can search by country, the attendees, do some research on all of the companies that are there. Go, oh, let's have a meeting with this guy, this guy, this gal, and intentionally take meetings that can grow your business in a region. We've done that.
And I know I've even learned a lot from you personally just by I've met with you at a few of these shows. When you talk about the amount of research that you're doing before the event, it's very impressive.
Well, first of all, it's a big, let's be honest, it's not cheap to travel these days. And we like to go business class. That beside that. But I mean, being a tabletop sponsor, a couple of people with hotels, travel, no matter what class you go, it's expensive and you're making an investment. So just randomly, willy-nilly picking people to meet with for your 40 time slots doesn't seem productive to me. So I'll filter it, memory or ITAD or whatever criteria that I so choose. And then I'll go through it and pick it out. For each roadshow, I may be more anal than most, but I spend 4 to 6 hours of research in front of my computer, looking up companies, going, what, that one's not going to be a good fit. Ooh, that one will be a good fit, and it's in a region that I'd like to do more business. Click, can we meet? That type of thing.
I think you're absolutely right. A combination between the two, where there is a time and a place for direct messaging and emailing. But there has to be a start to being able to get to that point with these companies. And a lot of that is this face-to-face interaction. So I think you're absolutely right in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What advice do you have for other attendees to make the most of their roadshow experience?
Good question, Wallace. First, and I touched on it previously, make a plan before you go. Never go to a show without a goal or a strategic plan. For example, I like to push myself to do the research and to meet with 20 companies that are new to me, that I don't know anything about or we're not doing any business with. The rest of the slots, I like to meet with vendors and customers that we've already done business with and get to know them better, try to go deeper with them, get more business out of your existing relationships. When you're doing business with trustworthy people that do what they say they're going to do, you want to try to maximize your opportunities there. And there's no better way to do that than sitting down face to face at the roadshow and getting, 20 minutes on a dedicated meeting, and then maybe, talk to them more at the social events. This just came to mind. I will, even if they're a good company, a good relationship, a good friend, I will still, but I have something that I want to talk to them about. I won't take a chance that, hopefully we're going to get the opportunity to talk at a social event. I will schedule a 20-minute time slot with a company that I've done all kinds of business with. I want to have that dedicated time to where I can ask them questions and we can get some things worked out in person that maybe you don't get done over email. The second thing is I invest in being a tabletop sponsor. Having a dedicated place to meet, you're not out searching for table numbers. You can have your, bottle of water and your laptop set up, and you've got a central spot, and you can advertise, hey, I'm going to be at C19 or whatever the table is, and that you can tell people to stop by. Hey, if we don't get a meeting scheduled, whenever you see an empty seat, we're going to be at C19. So, stop on by. We'd love to see you. It's easier to do that way when you're a tabletop sponsor. Another tip is for the new school guys who prefer, DM, Skype, WhatsApp, email. I know you're efficient in how you communicate. But honestly, and us old school guys, we could probably learn something from you and do that more. But having a good balance of being able to talk to people face to face at the road show, you can get you can get so much more done, and you can read people and you can connect in a way that you just can't over DM or Skype. So I recommend attending, look, and put some energy into doing the meetings. My third tip is for all the old school guys that build relationships. We like finding out what your hobbies are, what your favorite soccer team is, and that type of thing. Maybe the younger generations aren't so much into that. You got to have a healthy balance of both. The bottom line to all of this is attend. Go to the road shows. They're fun. You get energized. You're with your tribe, right? We're in the ITAD space, the hardware space, the data wiping space, whatever your niche is. You're there with your tribe, and you get to rub elbows in a social setting, and you get 40 time slots where you can have dedicated meetings. It's done wonders for our company, and I think you'd be foolish not to take advantage of getting the maximum out of BrokerBin by not attending. You need to attend the roadshows.
Mike, thank you very much for this. This veteran advice is going to help people do better at these events, but I think it's also going to help them be better at business in general. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Smart businesses, let's end with this. Smart businesses expand their footprint in down markets, right? And what better way to expand your footprint than to become more visible to your peers? BrokerBin is a platform of your peers that helps keep you out in front of existing and potentially new relationships, customers and suppliers. We went from our first year, or prior to being on BrokerBin, I think we did $900,000 in sales. We joined BrokerBin, and that increased to $3.7 million the next year revenue. Then the next year was $10.4 million. The next year was $18.7 million. So in 4 years, we went from under $1 million in sales to almost $18 million in sales. And BrokerBin was a huge part of that. Yes, our presence online was great, and my business partner Scott Bauer is a fantastic SEO technologist. But BrokerBin quickly got our company in front of thousands of potential customers and vendors that we would have never had the opportunity to be in front of. So if you're stuck, if your company is stuck, or if the market isn't moving in the direction that you would like, or your revenues aren't growing as fast as you would like them to grow, get on BrokerBin, go to the road shows, attend the road shows, and be a tabletop sponsor. If you've got a story to tell, if you've got something that you are proud of, that you've invested in, that you've built in, take that next bit of a leap of faith and invest in being a tabletop sponsor. And I can't promise you, but dang, it's worked great for us. And I've seen it work for others also. And I highly encourage you to take advantage of everything that BrokerBin has, offers. It's definitely helped grow our business.
Thanks again, Mike, for all your words of wisdom. It's very, very helpful. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And if you haven't already, register for our next show at BrokerBinRoadshow.com. Rock on, everyone.